Recording number 6. Welcome again, we the people. Here we have in front of us an image of Yeshua at the age of 120 years. He did not die on the cross. When we do our research, we find, as many religions, especially Christians, believe. And when we do our research in depth, we find that the name Jesus is a combination of Greek and Roman gods, Jupiter and Zeus. Enjiyl, the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 15. Mistranslation, King James 1611 AD version. In quotation, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters, close quotation. That sounds to me like a Nubian. Fuller translation by Dr. Malachi Z. York. And the Messiah Jesus' feet looked like pure brass, as if they had been burnt black in a furnace. The color of brass is sardis, brackets, dark brown yet reddish, close brackets, and his voice was like the sound of many waters running. The Messiah Jesus had a raspy, coarse voice. Its force and magnitude sounds like the crash of water on the shores. That sounds like a Nubian to me, people. I don't know about you. What do you think? Verse 16, mistranslation, King James 1611 AD, quotations. And he had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword, and his countenance was as the sun shineth in his strength. Close quotation. Fuller translation. And in Malachi Zadok's, in brackets, Melchizedek's, close brackets, right hand were 7 stars, the 7 holy ark messengers, in brackets, seraphim, 1 Gabriel, 2 Uriel, 3 Uziel, 4 Raphael, 5 Israel, 6 Zamarael, 7 Malachi Zadok, close brackets, and a sharp sword that possessed double edges came forth from his mouth. For his, in brackets, Malachi Zadok, Melchizedek, in quotations, leader of the deities, supreme deity, close brackets, quotations, will have a tongue of truth to cut up lies. The 2-edged sword symbolizes the knowledge of Ashuric/Syriac, brackets Arabic, and to translate it into English for you, which will enable him to decipher the scriptures so that he will be able to explain to them, the uneducated people. This knowledge is necessary in order for him to be able to break down and destroy the false doctrines of the various schisms and sects, false messiahs and prophets that will try to lead innocent people astray. It is the Anunnaki Malachi Zadok who guides my pen. With the words written in many books, I, Dr. Malachi Zadok York, have published. I have been cutting up falsehood with truth. There is no question that can be asked that can't be answered. And his, in brackets, Malachi Zadok Melchizedek's, close brackets, face will radiate, brackets, shine, close brackets, like the sun in all its power with the light of glory. As we see here, This picture at the bottom here, by the way, is a depiction of Elohim Israel, the elder, also known as Zagzagoel. At the heading of chapter 1, Revelation chapter 1, verse 17, John is instructed to record those things which he saw, and the explanation of the 7 stars and the 7 candlesticks. Verse 17 continued, mistranslation for King James 1611 AD, quote, "And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead. And he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, Fear not, I am the first and the last." Closed quotations. A fuller, accurate translation by Dr. Malachi Z. York, also known as Malachi Zadok York Melchizedek. "So when I, the newsbearer John, son of Zebedee and Salome, saw him, the Anunnaki Malachi Zadok, I fell at his feet in submission and amazement. He was utterly astonished. The force of the Anunnaki Malachi Zadok's presence made John, son of Zebedee and Salome, feel as if he should be honored. John was afraid, just as Daniel, son of Jarrah and Gibar, was afraid when he encountered Melchizedek. And I became as if I were dead. And I fainted, proving to the Christians that John was awake, not dreaming, when he saw the events of the book of Revelation. It is scientifically impossible for a person to faint while they are sleeping. And he touched me to wake me after I had fainted, and with his right hand saying," this is Malachi Zadok speaking, "Don't fear. I, Malachi Zadok, am the first and the last, just as the Messiah Jesus is called the first and the last, and the living. And indeed I was dead, and here I am, right here, with John, son of Zebedee and Salome, during the unfolding of the book of Revelation, alive, in brackets, recloned, close brackets. This was not actual death. This is actually a confirmation of the messenger Malachi Zadok, Melchizedek's ability to reincarnate as a messenger in the form of a male living being. The unfolding of the book of Revelation, alive, in brackets, recloned, close brackets. Verse 18, mistranslation, in brackets, "I am he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive for evermore. Amen. And have the keys of hell and of death." Close brackets. Close quotations. And this is Malachi continuing to speak. "I, the messenger, Melchizedek, Malachi Zadok, leader of the deities, supreme deity, close brackets, am alive forever and evermore." We now have true faith, for I, Melchizedek, have always existed and have the keys of death, the bottomless pit, and the flaming fire. Verse 19, mistranslation for King James 1611 AD. In quotations, "Write the things which thou hast seen, and the things which are the things which shall be hereafter." Close quotations. Continuing, now the right translation by the messenger Melchizedek, Malachi Zadok. "So write what you, the newsbearer John, sees in your time, and that which is present in your visions that are unfolding before you, and that which is necessary to come about after this, the future events." Verse 20, mistranslation for King James 1611 AD, quotations. The mystery of the 7 stars which thou sawest in my right hand, and the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches. And the messenger speaks again. The secret of the 7 stars which John, son of Zebedee, saw in my, Malachi Zadok, right hand, and the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 stars are the Anunnaki, Melchizedek, who is Michael, Marduk, or Malachi Zadok, Gabriel, Uriel, Uziel, Raphael, Israel, and Zamarel, representing the 7 congregations and the 7 candlesticks which you saw, are the 7 congregations. That's it, folks. End of this recording. Have a wonderful life in abundance until we meet again.